Hello lovely people in my phone, and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Pen. Now it's a cold one today. We had snow overnight and it's not moved all day, so something nice and warming and relatively cheap, to be quite honest with you. So come on down and have a look what we've got. Well, we have some minced beef, and I've got my Ninja 15-in-1 on saute, and I'm just going to put this beef directly in as it is now because it's heated while I've been trying to set the camera up. So I'm going to put my minced beef in there to saute and start to brown. I'm just going to break it down a little, and I've got it on number 3. Broken it down, and I'm just going to leave that to do its thing. Also, I've got diced onion, a couple of carrots that I'm going to grate, courgette that am I going to grate it? I don't know. It'll either be grated or chopped. Some peas, some tomato puree, I do hope I've got some more, and I've also got some beef stock here, and I'm going to season with salt, pepper and some dried herbs. So am I making a cottage pie? Well, in here I have 125 grams of plain flour, a tablespoon of baking powder. I'm going to add some salt. It's got some mixed herbs, 25 grams of butter. I'm going to rub that all together, bring it together with a little milk, and what we are actually going to be having is a minced beef cobbler. So I'll get on with that later. Let's just bring you over and see what we're doing in here. Right, as I hope you can see, light on if that helps, I am literally just dry frying this mince off, and when it's got coloured I'm going to start to add in everything else. I'm going to go up with the temperature again now. Right, I'm going to go in with my onions. And we shall just stir those through the mince. Going to grate in our carrots. Now you can put in whatever veg you like. If you've got some mushrooms, you can add those. You can add sweet corn. You could even add frozen mixed veg, which I usually would do, to be quite honest with you. But I did use the last of that yesterday, and there was no way I was going out today unless it was absolutely essential. Today has been a Christmas tree putting up type of day. Right, so I'm going to grate these in, stir them through, and we'll be back. I have grated in the carrots. I also grated in the courgette. I'm now going to add probably about half a tin of tomatoes, including the juice. And I'm just going to mash that down a bit because I don't want whole tomatoes. Pop in some of the stock. And get everything together nicely. I haven't added any of the herbs yet, so let's do that now. And the other thing I'm going to add in is a good dash of Worcestershire sauce. Let's get in some more of our stock. And I'm going to stop it now. I don't need it to be sauteing anymore. Push everything down. You could add some garlic to this if you wanted. It's quite a free-fall recipe. Worcestershire sauce, Worcester sauce, however you like to say it, but do not say Worcestershire because it's not, it's Worcestershire, Worcestershire. The Worcester sauce adds a lovely umami flavour to your cooking. Right, I may need a little bit more liquid because I'm going to be pressure cooking, so I'm going to go in with a dash more liquid, but not lots. Right, push everything down. Haven't added the peas yet because if I add them now, they're going to be overcooked and a really not a very pleasant colour. So I'm going to go in with a good dash dollop of our puree, and that, as I say, is just going to sit on top. I'm not stirring that through. Right, that's our base made. So what I need to do now is to close the lid, make sure that my vent is sealed, switch us on, slide across to pressure cook. We will leave it on 9 minutes, we'll leave it on high, and we'll do a delayed release. So high 10 minutes, vent is sealed, we press start. That's it, I can leave that and I can get on with my cobbler topping. Onto our cobbler, and I've already gone through the ingredients, but I'll just reiterate. We have 125 grams of plain flour, a tablespoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, 25 grams of butter, you could use lard, and some mixed herbs. And I'm just rubbing the flour into the flour, the butter into the flour to resemble breadcrumbs. Like that. And then we're just going to add milk, just enough milk to bind it together. Can always keep adding, we can't actually take it away, so slowly. And it is just like making a scone mix, so you're going to get your hands in there, and that's wetter than you think. There we go, that's ready. This has been done in real time. That's now starting counting down. So it has reached pressure. Right, now I just literally want a dribble of milk. can't give you the quantities of milk. It is literally just to bind it. Okay, and when it's all coming away from the sides of the bowl, that's when you know it's right. And what I'm going to do is put some flour down. And tip this out onto the floured surface. And you can press down or you can roll out. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to press down, and I'm only using a small dish, so I'm only going to want small cobblers. So I'm just going to cut them out, push down and pull out, push down and pull out. So we're going to reform our dough and carry on. And that is how you make your cobbler. Our delayed release is done. So let's open the ninja and lift the lid, being very careful. And well, you can see that is extremely hot. Don't need this on at the moment, so switch it off. Now I've got a lot of liquid in here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain some off, and I'll use that as gravy, and I'll thicken anything else. So being very careful, putting on our rubber gloves, our oven gloves. Take hold of your pot. Can't see a thing, my glasses have all steamed up. Right, and take everything out of the actual ninja pot. See, loads of gravy. This is the pot that I'm actually going to be cooking in. So I'm not going to use all of this mince either, because I can flavour that up a bit more and use it later in the week to make a chili con carne. So I'm going to take probably 2/3 of it, a little bit of the gravy, our frozen peas, myself made, honestly. Well, I did say my glasses had steamed up, didn't I? Our frozen peas, I'm now going to just, there's quite a few there actually, I don't think there were that many, and I'm just going to stir through. So carrots, peas, courgettes, tomatoes, plus our lovely minced beef. And I am going to have just a little bit more of this gravy. Right. We'll let that sit for a moment. I'm going to clear down and we'll be back. Our pot has been washed and is now back inside our ninja. I'm going to sit this onto my little trivet with the handles, because it is just perfect for taking things in and out of the ninja when doing pot in pot cooking. Now if you're making this for lots of you, just leave it in there and put your cobblers on top, but as there's only 2 of us, obviously I'm doing it pot in pot. So you take your cobbler and you just put it on top of your meat, and just push it down just slightly so that it will hopefully start to soak up some of the lovely flavours from your mince. And I'm just going to lightly brush them with a little bit of milk. You could put cheese on them if you wanted, but I would. Steve doesn't like cheese scones or cheese on things like that. He doesn't even like cheese topped rolls. I know, weird, right? Right, okay, done. Now we're going to go straight into our Ninja. We don't need any water in it because we're going to use our bake function. So no lid, no nothing. Let's bring you forward. And you can see. So the lid down, switch on, and we are going to go down to bake, and we want 170, and we're going to go for about 12 minutes, and we press start. I will check, but that's it. That's all we need to do. Next time you see this, it will be cooked. I have just taken a sneaky peek and we are cooked. So I'm going to switch off. Again, lift the lid carefully. Oh, this does look nice. And bring this out to show you. And there we go. There is our minced beef cobbler. Now, as I've said, you put in what vegetables you like. You add what herbs you like. Put cheese on the top if that's what you want. But, I mean, what a stupid thing to do, honestly. Sometimes, if I had a brain, I would be quite dangerous. So, I think this looks lovely. I'm going to get it dished up, and the next time you see this, it will be on our plates. Well, there we go. There's our minced beef cobblers. I just thickened the gravy up on the stove with just a little bit of corn flour, and we have two rather tasty looking, I believe, minced beef cobblers. Yeah, it's a play on your minced beef and dumplings. But if you don't like dumplings, try this. So you know what's going to happen. I'm going to take Steve's through, and then we'll be back for the all-important taste. You've seen me cook the minced beef cobbler in the 15-in-1. 10 minutes to actually cook. What do you reckon? I reckon 45 minutes total. Not bad. But I want to know what it tastes like. I hope you want to know what it tastes like. So we're going to go in for doing your mince in your pressure cooker is the best. No doubt about it. You get no chewy bits. It cooks in 10 minutes. It's just superb. And it takes on all the flavours. And I just wanted to show you the cobbler. Can you see how much that rose? That's your baking powder. So we've got, you know, some of it's a little soggy, but soggy in a good way, soggy from the gravy, and the top is nice and crispy. So, oops. Perfect. Yeah. bit of cheese on there would have been bob on, but I can't complain. Well, I could, but it wouldn't do me any good, would it? Anyway, this cold weather is here to stay, so definitely think about this dish. It's a winter warmer, and the more veg you add in, the cheaper it becomes, because your portion of meat is less. That is 500 grams of mince that I have now cooked, and will do us 2 meals, so 4 meals for 500 grams of mince. Can't go wrong, can you? So, minced beef cobbler in your 15-in-1. So, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. Any comments, you know the score, write them down below. I'm happy to respond, and I'll see you all again very soon in the kitchen with Pen. Bye bye. Thank you for watching this edition of In the Kitchen with Pen, and quite a lot of the time Steve. If you've liked what we do and want to see more, then click here.
And if you'd like to subscribe, please click here.
Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.
Keep cooking.